Hello. Yes, welcome back. Hello, everybody. Right. Got it going. I not expecting anything to come through the post just yet. I'm still waiting on that one thing coming from America, but I thought I want to get a video out, and because I haven't picked anything up for this little collection in a while, I thought, like, it's just off screen, you can't really see it. I thought I'd go through my Sylvester Stallone movies, and I can't remember everything about every one of them, and I have multiple copies of some because, again, my research can distinguish whether some had different special features or not. So, without further ado, I'm going to pick off the top each set or each item, because some are one, some's a multi-pack, and I'll, go from there. Now, I got this definitive edition of Rocky for 3 DVDs for £2 from MT Games way back when. It's in fairly good condition. Now, the reason I still have this when I show you my next item is because I couldn't quite figure out whether the Rocky in the next thing I show you had the better aspect ratio, because I'm aware that there's a version of Rocky with the bars and there's a version without. Now, I haven't looked at each disc beforehand to tell you which is which, but that's why I've still got this. That's why I've still got that. Find a place to put these. That's going to be a big mountain of stuff in a minute. So, leading on to the next. This I got from CEX for £15, as you can see. There's a bit of a nick there. It was, well, no, actually it was reduced to £12. The Heavyweight Collection. All 6 movies. And there you go. Rocky 1 all the way up to Rocky Balboa. It's a nice collection. When I got this, I watched all movies through. Thoroughly enjoyable. If you like sports dramas, or you're a fan of Stallone, you will really enjoy this set. The worst of the bunch is Rocky 5, but it isn't, as I would say it's not as bad as people make it out to be, because a lot of people really dislike it. Like, they're hardcore fans of the first, but it's like, oh, I can't watch the 5th. It's just stupid in my opinion. It's still a good story. Could have been better. The character for Tommy Gunn could have been better. In fact, the whole dynamic between Rocky and Tommy and Rocky's son could have been better. But it's still this. If you see this out in the wild, easily worth a pick up. Now, the theme for this, as far as I tried, was I keep collections together. So, for example, the Rockies all together. But I have the sets all set up that it's by release. So, Rocky, then Rambo, that sort of thing. So, the Rocky collection, even though the next 2 things are Rocky adjacent, they're still in the universe, but they're not technically Rocky films. They're they follow along in my list, on my pile. So yes, the next 2 things I picked up way back when, Creed and Creed 2. Now, Creed was an absolute fantastic movie. I remember I think I picked it up for a couple of quid in Cash Generator. I can't remember. And I definitely can't remember where I picked up Creed 2 from. But Creed is a fantastic movie. As you can see, Stallone as he's old there as Rocky. Creed 2 was a good movie, not a great movie. And can't remember her name now. What's her name? Doesn't say on the back. Basically, his wife, the actress. His wife, the actress. She made some more really like stupid comments, which, if you read that and you're tired of political bullshit, then went to watch this, it may douse your enjoyment a bit, but you get to see Ivan Drago in this as well, which is pretty cool. Sorry, sidetracked. I haven't looked at this in a while, and I saw him right there with his son. But hey, great films. Well, the first one's great. The second one's good. Still part of the collection because it's part of the universe. Now, next we're going on to my Rambo DVDs. This collection I spent a couple of quid on in MT Games. Discs are fantastic condition, which is one of the reasons why I refused to get rid of it. And also, again, special features. I haven't done full deep research to find out whether the special features are different on this to other things. Now, I'll quickly explain. On my Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 DVDs, I have more extras than I do on my Spider-Man trilogy Blu-ray set. So with that, I need to do some research at some point to find out. But yeah, the first film, absolutely fantastic. The second film is good. Almost as good as the first. Not quite. The third, I would say, is on par with the second film. Bit more adventure in it, but still good movies nonetheless. All worth a watch. If you haven't seen them before, they're all worth a watch. And granted, I'm not telling you much about each movie. Again, if you've been on my channel for long enough now, you know I without a script, and I try to remember. I haven't seen half these films in ages. I could tell you a little bit about a couple of the Rockies, a little bit about Rambo 1. For example, the theme song by Dan Hill, It's a Long Road, for Rambo 1, absolutely fantastic. And that idiotic sheriff gets what he deserves. Well, not really the sheriff. Deputy? Could be the deputy. The guy, I think the character is... Yeah, he's the awfully camp sounding one from the if you've seen Rambo, the one from the helicopter that goes, that one. He gets what he deserves. I found this really cheap. It's one of my very few steelbooks. Really good condition. And it's a steelbook, so it's the only reason I haven't got rid of it yet. But it's really good condition. And it's only got a couple of special features on it, but again, it's the only reason I haven't got rid of this. This film is, again, almost as good as the first. Better than the second, I would say. But I think it could be the story. Don't know. Still. You don't... Yes, Stallone playing Rambo is older, but you can tell he's still Rambo. It's not like a character guy, he's not played Rambo for years and he comes back and he doesn't quite grasp the character. He is Rambo. I mean, Stallone is Rambo. Now onto my Blu-rays. There's a few of them. So first, I picked up these. Just a little further underneath. I picked up this 4 collection set from CEX for like either £4 or £6. I can't remember. I picked this up because I wanted all of them on Blu-ray. At the time I didn't look around much, and the ones which I'm going to show you in a minute were a lot more expensive. But this is extras light. meaning there's barely any extras at all. There's the Rambo First Blood has Sly vs. Rambo interview in Paris 2008. Is that 2008 or 2006? No, it's 2008. Rambo First Blood Part 2 has another part of that interview. And Rambo Part 3 has another part of that interview. Either that, because I haven't actually sat down to watch the extras on this yet, or it's just the same interview on each disc. I'm pretty sure it's the interview part 1, an interview part 2, an interview part 3, because I think that's what it says on the next lot I'm about to show you. And then on Rambo, the disc for Rambo, there's a bunch of extras. Commentary with Sylvester Stallone, bonus picture-in-picture, deleted scenes, behind-the-scenes featurettes, and branching featurettes. So there's that. I'll put this in a weird. I bought this at the same time separately because I was under the impression this had different extras. And it literally has the same extras. So I don't know why I've kept hold of this. I may get rid of it at some point. But without those there, if I put those there, later on, the Rambo 1, 2, and 3 2018 releases. I think it's 2018. Yep, 2018. The 2018, when they were released on 4K, they were also released on normal Blu-ray. Now, I bought them brand new for like between £7 and £8 each on Amazon. I'm pretty sure I've already showed them in a video, so I won't go too much into explaining about them, but these I bought because they had a lot of extras. In fact, yes, I showed these off while I was previously editing the video, so these, I don't know if there's a title to. I'll put a few links in the description of this video so you could see. But yeah, this has a lot more extras. Again, part 2 and part 3. All of them with a lot of extras. Put that back on top there now. And lastly, from my Rambo Blu-rays, I paid £5 for this, brand new. At the time, it was going for like 10-15, so I was very happy to find it £5 brand new in MT Games. And it is a good film. There's some cringy bit moments, but it's still a good movie. Rambo gets his final send-off, so to speak. I doubt there's going to be any more after this, but it is a good film. Rambo essentially has a niece or daughter, adopted daughter, that he has to, he finds out has been kidnapped in Mexico, so he has to go to Mexico, help her. Things go wrong. He gets upset. Blood spilled. I'm not going to go too much in depth further than that because it's one I think everyone should watch. I saw it like twice in the cinema. It is Rambo's. The next film I haven't seen yet. I bought it on DVD. Pretty cheap. I think it was like £1. And I saw this little thing here saying, "Free England flag, cheer England to victory." Now I know it's a wartime drama, or wartime sports drama, and yeah, when I bought it, I opened it up, and there was only the disc. So I looked on eBay and found this for £2, and so yeah, I know I paid another couple of quid, but it had the flag in its packet, so it's complete. I like things complete, so it's one of the films I haven't watched yet, so it's one I'm looking forward to watching eventually, because I'm pretty sure I've seen almost all of these films. The next set is the second Stallone collection that was released. I think it was the second. Not 100%. It could have been the first. There were two The Stallone collections released. One has a picture of Rambo on the front, one has a picture of Cobra on the front. This one, obviously, being Cobra. Here we go, if I do that. As you can see, the films on this are Cobra, Assassins, Tango and Cash, The Specialist, and Demolition Man. At the time, I had Cobra, Assassins, and The Specialist and Demolition Man on DVD. It was Tango and Cash I, didn't have, and then upgraded to this set, which I think cost like £11 brand new. I think it was either £11 or £12 brand new, and I finally got them all on Blu-ray. Cobra is a typical 80s action hero movie where Stallone plays a detective. I'm pretty sure it stars Bridget Nielsen as well. Doesn't actually say on this small description. Assassins, Antonio Banderas and Sharon Stone and Stallone. Now, again, Stallone's an assassin who wants to retire, and unfortunately the younger, ego-driven, wants to be better than him Antonio Banderas comes in, and Sharon Stone, I think, is the mark. Good film, watch it. Tango and Cash, I can't remember much about it. I just know that Tango is Stallone and Cash is Kurt Russell, and they're both two different style cops. One's suit tie, fairly well off, high like up there detective, and the other guy's beat cop, goes to, like, it doesn't need a warrant, kicks the door down to break into things and deals with business that way. That's Cash, and they both get framed for the same crime, for the same, as in the exact same crime. They are both there, and it's a great film, good buddy cop film. The Specialist, you know, I may have been wrong. Julianne Moore was in Assassins. See, this is what I mean. I have brain fog. Julianne Moore was in Assassins. The Specialist is... I do this for, I don't know. The Specialist is where Sylvester Stallone something about being an old bomb, something. He's like an ex-vet or something like that. I can't remember. I'll read off the back because now I'm just making myself sound stupid. Two Hollywood titans combine fiery action with steamy sensuality. Sharon Stone is Mae Monroe, who sworn death to the mobsters who murdered her parents. Miami's playground of the rich becomes an incendiary slayground when ex-CIA explosives expert Ray Quick, Sylvester Stallone, enters the scene. But is May falling for Ray or setting him up? It's a good film, not a great film. I remember seeing it like 3 times now, and I don't rate it too highly. Demolition Man, absolutely fantastic. Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone, fantastic action movie, and it's also one where there was like this whole issue with publicity, like in certain areas they redubbed it after the fact with the same actors because they didn't think Taco Bell would be more recognizable in some areas, so they changed like the label, like they put a sticker over it, so to speak. Like after the fact they edited it in Pizza Hut, and they overdubbed it for Pizza Hut, but you can see their lips moving. It's completely different. Anyway, That long drawn out explanation of each of these films is easily worth £11 if you're a big Stallone fan like I am. Obviously, I've got my own mini collection going. Easily worth it. Now this I paid £2, £1.50 or £2 for in CEX. This film is absolutely fantastic. It's hilarious. Again, I can't remember much about it, but this film, right? If with all the films I'm showing you, if you've never seen any of them, this one you must watch. It's a hilarious comedy. Absolutely fantastic. Have a look at the back. From what I can remember as well, Arnie doesn't like talking about this film much. Arnie? See what I mean? I get in my head, the brain fog thing just goes. So, if we rewind it a little bit, Sylvester Stallone doesn't like talking about this film much. I don't know why. Perhaps it's because of the comedy aspect. I don't know. I have Arnie films just down there. Probably about as many as these. So next, Cliffhanger. This is another dramatic film, less of the action, more drama, and there's a weird inlay as well. It's got some special features. I haven't watched it since owning this, but the film itself is a really good film. A really good drama, very emotional, thoroughly enjoyable. If you don't like heights, look at the cover. I need to replace that case. Ah, yes. Judge Dredd. This film, again, thoroughly enjoyable. I'm not a Judge Dredd purist, so him taking the helmet off wasn't too much for me. But I think they overdid the comedy just a little bit. Just a little bit. Still a good film, though. Still a good film. Can't remember his name. Rob Schneider, that's it. Yeah, Rob Schneider plays the comedy relief aspect of this. It's still a good film. Dredd with Carl Urban is a more loyal to the comics version, more gritty, whereas this is just, it's Arnie. I keep saying Arnie. I'm going to smack myself if I keep saying Arnie. I'm going to need something to smack myself with. It's Sly Stallone in his element. Great film still. Yes, one of my foreign. This was a gift from a friend, Tristan. Can't remember much about this film, to be honest. It's been so long since I've watched this one. And you'll have to forgive me, but I do not speak German, so I won't be able to read the back for you. But I do remember enjoying it. I wouldn't own a film like in one of these collections if I didn't enjoy it. I'm not that much of a slave to the completionist collector in me. I do have some films which I'm not that great a fan of, like Star Wars Mouse Wars trilogy, but anyway, this film, I can't remember much about it, but if you look it up, it's still a good film. I would say the way I remember things is through feelings, and it reminds me of the Tommy Lee Jones. Is it Tommy Lee Jones? I think so. Volcano. And what's his face with Dante's Peak, like disaster star movies. I don't think it is a disaster movie. I think just there's an accident that happens in like an underground tube line. Anyway, I've rambled enough. There's that. We've run 25 minutes in, and I still have a few to go through, so I'm going to zoom through the next few. Next few. Tell you briefly what I think, if I can remember much about the film. So, this one, Copland, fantastic film. You really feel for Stallone and his character, but I mean, look at that cast: Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro. This film is absolutely, and I know I keep saying it, but this is fantastic. It's a fantastic cop drama. It's not like high octane action or anything like that. So if you're an action addict, you might not like this, but this is a fantastic one. Right, next. Get Carter, the remake. I've only seen this once, way back when. Can't remember anything about it. So I'm pretty sure I would have enjoyed it, but I'm aware from when I picked this up from CEX, I think I paid like £1.50 for it. When I picked this up, I was aware after looking up, this is different to the Michael Caine Get Carter. It's the different roles. Driven. I did not know Sylvester Stallone was in this until I looked up filmographies, like for doing my other collections. Did not know Sylvester Stallone was in this. It's a good film. It's not a great film. It's a racing drama, and yeah, Sly does have quite a prominent role in it, and he does play his part, even though his name's just like stuck up in the corner up here. As you can see, there's a few, and yes, this is one of those like clipper cases. You can see. There you go. That's the disc. I already showed you the bloody clipper cases. I can't stand them. I have a couple of them. No, upside down. Right. This film is another great movie. I can't remember if is he a cop? Yeah, FBI. He's an FBI agent, and he goes to this like recruitment recovery like center way out in the snow somewhere, and shit goes down. That's all I can remember. Stars Robert Patrick as well. I'm pretty sure that's Robert Patrick. Looking at the... Yep, Robert Patrick. I was looking at the back, sorry. You can see just his face there. But yeah, this is a good film. When I first bought it, I thought it was more sci-fi, but because the fancy looking cover. But it's not. It's just survival in the woods type film. Still really good. Still highly recommended. Next, the Expendables trilogy. What can I say about this? It is an ensemble action movie that is absolutely absurdly good. All three, obviously, in this trilogy set. I can't remember what I paid for this. It was cheap at the time. But yeah, I can't. If you love your 80s action films, you're going to want to watch these because, as I said, it's an ensemble. As you can see, the fancy looking cover there. It's an ensemble cast. Let's see if I pull a few at this out. Right, so for the first one we have Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Mickey Rourke, Dolph Lundgren, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Technically Arnie only has a bit part in the first one. And the second one is Stallone, Statham, Lee, Lundgren, Chuck Norris, Terry Crews. I don't know who Couture is. Is it Chris Hemsworth? Van Damme, Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. A lot more people. As you can see from the cover, there's quite a few more people. there. Right, and the third one, Stallone, Statham, Antonio Banderas, Lee, Wesley Snipes, Dolph Lundgren. Is that Kelsey Grammer? I'm going to have to look at it through the back in very small writing. Lee, Wesley Snipes, Dolph Lundgren. It is Kelsey Grammer. Randy, I can't say that his freaking name. Couture. Is it Randy Couture? Someone correct me in the comments down below. Terry Crews, Mel Gibson. Is that Henry Ford? Harrison Ford. Why did I think Henry Ford? Do you know, my videos are great for people to have a laugh at me. For all the mistakes I make. This video, for example, this video, which is quite long, if you took a shot for every time I made a mistake, you'd be on the floor out cold by now. I'm not recommended drinking. YouTube, no. I'm not telling people to drink. I'm just saying if they had. Apparently this is the extended version. Also includes the theatrical version. Either way, I got it in my trilogy. Fantastic movies. Nice little pile there that's going to fall over. Now, I don't have the second one, and I only have the first one on Blu-ray. But Escape Plan. Arnie basically... I said it again. For some reason, I always default to Arnie, which I apologise, Sly, because I know you have a long-standing, back and forth with Arnie. But, yeah, Sly Stallone plays an escape expert who goes into prison, gets himself arrested, and then breaks out of prisons, and then says to them, look, this is how I was able to break out. Other stuff happened which causes him to seriously get locked up in a place. I can't remember if it's called the Vault. The Tomb. Sorry. The Tomb. Which is like a high security place, which I think he either had a hand in designing or something along those lines. But Vinnie Jones is also in this. Hilarious movie. Now, as I said, I don't have the second one on Blu-ray or DVD. That's one I've been looking for. I was looking for locally at the time. I will have to get it off of the net at some point, and I will get this one on Blu-ray at some point. Escape Plan 3. I can't remember anything about it. I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it. I remember enjoying the second one thoroughly. But I don't remember anything about them. Which you could say, for someone who enjoys movies, that's both a gift and a curse, because I could put it in and I could thoroughly enjoy it all over again without being too, oh yeah, I remember what happens next, oh yeah, I remember what happens next. But yeah, this also stars Dave Bautista. The second one stars Bautista as well. Both great films. It's one of those things where they don't suffer sequelitis, where the first film's awesome, second film not so much, third film yeesh. It's a case of first film awesome, second film yeah it's alright, third film yeah it's alright. Bullet to the Head, another one's like whew. I remember enjoying it. I don't, is that Jason Momoa? And it bloody well is. Bullet to the Head has an action-packed cast that include the legendary Sylvester Stallone, Jason Momoa. I don't want to pronounce your name, mate, because I will butcher it, and I apologise. I wish I could tell you his name. Oh, screw it. And Sung Kang and Christian Slater. There you go. If you want to pronounce that name, Adwale, no. Again, I apologise to any viewer who is able to pronounce that fluently and is confused to why I can't. I apologise. I just can't. As you can see by the extras, it's just a featurette about probably the effects they used. Still, I enjoyed the movie. Again, Stallone, I almost said Arnie. Stallone in a slightly different role, the bad guy. Only two more things. 35 minutes in, bloody hell. Grudge match. I bought this because I like Raging Bull and Rocky. And this film is hilarious. It's essentially two boxers in their prime who never went up against each other, or I can't remember if they did go up against each other, one lost, then they had another match, but they never had the tiebreak. They never had that deciding match. It's been a while since I watched it. I apologise. But yeah, this film is thoroughly enjoyable. If you love Rocky and you love Raging Bull, you will love this movie. Yes, they're older. De Niro's signature comedy comes into this as much as his seriousness. And Stallone is just fantastic. One more thing, and then I can finally stop Mount Collection from falling down. One more thing. Speaking of collection, the collection. I again watched this when I first bought it, because I bought it for like £2-3 off eBay, I think, and I haven't got the slightest clue what happens in it. I can't remember. I remember enjoying it, which is the overarching theme for most things that I watch. I will remember if I enjoyed it or I didn't like it. Because I will remember, I'll look at the cover and I'll be like, oh, I didn't like that. Or I'll look at the back and be like, yeah, I like that. But, yeah, I just don't remember many details. It has a bit of an all-star cast. If I can get... You can see their faces there. There you go. Thomas Jane, Tom Berenger, Lauren Cohen, Kira Sedgwick, Kelsey Grammer, Kevin Connolly. But yeah, I did enjoy the film. I did enjoy it. It's just one of those where I watched and was like, alright, I've put it down and I've completely forgotten about it. Which isn't always bad. If I completely forget about a movie, it isn't always bad. Now, time for me to put this all away. Out of all my movies that from my Stallone collection that I've showed you, is there any that you love? Any that you dislike? I won't say hate, because honestly, I can't think of a single Stallone movie that I hate. But hey, perhaps you do. Let me know down in the comments down below. If you want to hit that button, hit that button. If you want to hit that button, hit that button. Let me know down in the comments the answer to the question. If there was any Stallone film that I've shown you that you loved, liked, disliked, absolutely burn because fire. Remember to smile today, if not tomorrow. Thank you for pushing either button. I appreciate you. And to my subscribers, I apologise, my videos are infrequent and different in length. I also apologise about not getting back to the editing anytime soon. But if you have lasted right to the end, where we are now, I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything. Watching the video, all the good stuff. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you in... Ooh, look at the mouse, it's all the way over there. What's it doing over there? Thank you for watching. The next collection I show you will most likely be the Arnie collection, where I will randomly, instead of say Arnie, say Stallone, because I'm an idiot. Peace.